Imagine this. You're walking through a quiet Japanese village at sunrise. The air is crisp. Elders in their 80s and 90s stroll past you with perfect posture, calm smiles, and energy levels most 40-year-olds in the West would envy. Here's the shocking truth. Japan has more centenarians per capita than anywhere else on Earth. Over 90,000 people live past 100, and they're not just surviving, they're thriving. Meanwhile, in the US and Europe, people are spending thousands on gyms, supplements, and trendy programs, yet suffering from joint pain, memory decline, and loss of independence decades earlier. Oh, what's Japan's secret? Researchers from Harvard and Stanford spent years studying these so-called super-agers. And what they found flips everything we thought we knew about healthy aging upside down. Because it's not just diet, not just genetics, not even fancy workouts. It all comes down to 6 deceptively simple daily movements. The Japanese elders have practiced for generations. Movements so basic that Western doctors initially dismissed them as insignificant. But when brain scans and long-term studies came out, the results stunned the medical world. 40% less cognitive decline compared to Western seniors. Joints staying flexible decades longer. Balance systems working like people 20 years younger. Stanford researchers went so far as to call these daily practices the most overlooked pillar of longevity in modern medicine. And here's the kicker. One of these movements, just 2 minutes a day, extended lifespan by an average of 7 years in a study of 15,000 Japanese seniors. Yet, 90% of Americans have never even heard of it. Stick with me until the end, because we're about to break down all 6 Japanese longevity movements, starting with the most foundational practice and building up to the one that shocked scientists worldwide. But first, I want you to pause for a second. Drop a comment below with your age and where you're watching from. We're reading and replying to every single one. Let's see how many different countries we can represent in this community of lifelong learners. Now, let's dive in. Movement number 6, slow walking, Sampo. At first glance, it looks like just walking. But Sampo is intentional, mindful, and deeply restorative. Japanese elders treat this as medicine. Instead of rushing, they walk at half the normal pace, combining each step with specific breathing patterns. Inhale over 2 steps, hold for 2 steps, exhale over 4 steps. This rhythm doesn't just calm the mind, it literally synchronizes the cardiovascular and nervous systems. A 10-year study at Kyoto University found seniors who practiced Sampo had 62% less arterial stiffness and reduced blood pressure by 12 to 8 points on average. But the real magic. Each slow step activates all 33 joints in the foot, sending signals to the brain that sharpen balance and spatial awareness. Seniors who added Sampo improved their single-leg standing time by 45 seconds in just 8 weeks, a massive leap in fall prevention. Movement number 5, daily stretching, radio taiso. Every morning at 6:30 a.m. across Japan, a piano melody plays on public radio. Millions of people, kids, workers, elders, stand up and move through a 3-minute, 15-second sequence called radio taiso. It looks easy, but this flowing routine of 13 stretches lubricates joints by boosting synovial fluid by 30%, keeps muscles supple, maintains flexibility well into the 80s and beyond. Osaka Medical College found that daily practitioners had 40% fewer falls and 55% less chronic back pain. Unlike Western stretching, there's no straining, no holding, just continuous, gentle movement. Done first thing in the morning, it taps into natural growth hormone peaks, making the body extra responsive. That's why Japanese companies still do group radio taiso before work. It reduces sick days by nearly 1/3. Movement number 4, deep squat rest, shinkosawari. In the West, sitting equals a chair. In Japan, elders still drop into a deep squat, heels flat, for 10, 20, even 30 minutes without discomfort. A Tokyo gerontology study following 5,000 seniors for 12 years revealed this one habit reduced the risk of needing assisted living by 70%. It strengthens the pelvic floor, decompresses the spine, and keeps hips and ankles mobile for life. Cultures that keep squatting, 80% fewer hip replacements. If you can't squat yet, start against a wall or use a rolled towel under your heels. Frequency matters more than duration. 5 one-minute squats a day beats 1 long hold. Movement number 3. Single leg standing, ashi. In Japan, doctors literally prescribe standing on one leg daily like a pill, covered by health insurance. Why? Because the data is that strong. A Fukuoka University study tracking 12,000 seniors for 15 years found 168% fewer hip fractures, 75% fewer hospitalization-level falls, increased gray matter in brain regions critical for balance and coordination. Standing on one leg for just 30 seconds predicts longevity better than blood pressure or cholesterol. Add it to habits, like brushing your teeth, and it becomes automatic. Movement number 2. Floor-sitting transitions, Seiza. This is one of the most powerful movements Westerners almost never do. In Japan, elders still sit on the floor for meals, tea, or socializing. That means dozens of transitions from floor to standing every single day. Each one is a full-body workout and brain exercise combined. Tsukuba University's massive 10,000-person study showed that floor-sitters had 40% more lower body strength, 50% more hip mobility, and even 15% higher cognitive scores. Why? Because transitioning requires motor planning, balance, and strength, essentially keeping both body and brain young. The ability to rise from the floor without hands is now considered one of the strongest predictors of longevity worldwide. Movement number 1. The towel twist, Tanugi Hibiki. And here's the crown jewel. The movement that stunned scientists. It's simple. Hold a towel, create outward tension, and twist your torso while keeping hips forward. That's it. But when electrodes were attached, researchers discovered this humble twist activated deep spinal stabilizers, foot muscles, even parts of the face. In a 20-year study of 15,000 seniors, those who practiced this for just 2 minutes a day lived 7 years longer on average. Their grip strength stayed strong into their 90s. Brain scans showed new neural pathways forming between hemispheres. It's the single most efficient daily practice for longevity, impacting strength, balance, cognition, and even inflammation reduction. So here's the truth. Healthy aging isn't locked inside expensive gyms, miracle pills, or complicated routines. It's found in 6 simple daily movements that Japanese elders have quietly practiced for generations. Movements so natural they require no equipment, no time carved out, and no strain. The science is undeniable. These habits protect your independence, your mind, your balance, and your strength for decades longer. The Japanese have proven it. Now the question is, will you start today or wait until tomorrow? Tell us in the comments. Which of these movements do you want to try first? And if you've ever practiced one already, what difference did you feel? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because in our next video, we'll dive even deeper into daily habits that unlock energy and longevity.